So, why do I cover my hair? Hmm, Let's see, what's the lighting? Screw it. Okay, so you should know that I actually have a shaved head under this scarf. Why? Because it's practical. I also think it's kind of cool because Buddhist monks and nuns have shaved heads, and my general spiritual practice is very much informed by Buddhism. So that's one reason. Another reason is that it's practical. I don't have to wash my hair as much. And also, I really like the feeling I get at the end of the day when I'm in bed, when I rub my own head and feel this delightful fuzziness. There's just no feeling like it. And I just love it so much that, even though a shaved head is not the prettiest of hairstyles, I feel like the fuzziness just makes up for it. Um, so yeah, a scarf or a hat or a wig, which I do wear a hat or a wig sometimes. But I mostly wear scarves. All of those things are prettier than seeing a shaved head. But how I actually got started covering my hair is that I was at church youth group one day, and this lady named Seema actually came and visited us, and she was a hijabi. So she talked about why she wears the hijab, and some of those reasons were kind of problematic. Um, she said that she feels that it's expected from her in the Quran, which is not problematic. Um, that's just her interpretation of religious scriptures. But she also said that it helps her. I remember she said, "What better way to fight the objectification of women?" Well, how much we cover is not the problem. It's really, you know, culture. But, she also said that it helps people judge her by her intelligence and her skills and her personality and not so much by her looks, which is actually something I can really get behind and could get behind at the time. Um, so, pretty much the moment Seema left, I asked somebody if they could teach me how to wrap a hijab. So I tried to wrap a hijab pretty much the next day. And my mom said, "No, you're not going out dressed like that. That's appropriating from Muslim cultures. That's disrespectful. Young lady, no." So I kind of grumbled, and put my hijab away. But a few years later, I discovered this company called Rapunzel. And they are Orthodox Jewish women, mostly, who cover their hair. But really, it's a community for women of all faiths who want to cover their hair. And they have a particular way of doing it. But yeah, I have a very simple square scarf style right now. Um, but yeah, I discovered Rapunzel and I did the Regal wrap and I ordered a few of their supplies, and mostly I've never looked back. Like, I've not covered my hair for certain occasions, like visiting my boyfriend at the time in Illinois. Um, but mostly I've covered my hair. Um, and people have tried to get me to stop. Like, my mom said it made no sense because I'm not religious. And I also had this friend from Iran who made a huge deal about it. Like, he was like, "Oh, you're contributing to the subjugation of women by wearing a headscarf." Oh. Um, which, I can kind of, yeah, just really annoying. And he's like, "Oh, you should be more careful. You're gonna get mugged." Well, the only person who gave me trouble was him. So, I'd know. But, for me, it really is about being judged more for my personality and not my looks. And that actually is really important to me because my first relationship was a relationship where I was very much not a sexual object, but I was very sexualized, and it's hard to explain, but I was, it was a very sexual relationship, and I'm asexual, so it wasn't that great for me. And when I found out that she'd been sexually harassing a friend of mine, I knew about the relationship. I didn't know about the harassment. Um, but I when I found out that she had been sexually harassing a friend of mine, that just brought home how important it is to be judged by your personality instead of your looks. I'm sorry if that doesn't make sense. This is hard to explain. But yeah, that's kind of another reason. I also used to pray to a loved one of mine that has passed. Um and I felt compelled to cover my hair when I did that. So, that's kind of another reason why I cover my hair. I have a lot of reasons why I cover my hair. Um, but those are just a few. So before I get too personal and, say something I really regret or anything like that, I'll just stop recording. So if you like this video, subscribe. My next video is going to be about the Millennium Trilogy. So toodles.